everyone, my name is Vina, aka Miss WOCReader, and welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to talk to you about my 10 till the end. So I know I did a video last year that was very hit and miss, but I think it's kind of fun to make these TBRs and really challenge yourselves. I have been such a mood reader this year, more than any other year I feel. And there are some books that I feel like I've been reading for months, or I've been saying I'm going to read for months, that I really don't want to take into 2026 with me. So let's go over those today. You can tell me if they're also on your TBR or if it's something that you're interested in. The Dating Prohibition by Taj McCoy. Now, I'm so proud of myself. I finally read her Savvy Sheldon book earlier this year, and just in time too, because at the end of November they are going to have a movie on the CW. I'm super excited about it. I already told my mom about it. We're going to watch it together. It's going to be like the perfect after Thanksgiving movie. I'm hyped. But this one just came out a couple of months ago. I feel like the cover itself is giving perfect fall vibe. You know, she's in her little cozy sweater. It's fall outside. It looks like they're on like a campus or something. I am in need of a new rom-com as well. I'm always just looking for new romance, and I haven't had a lot of hits this year with romance. Now that Kendra's returned home, she can't help feeling like a kid again, back in her big brother's shadow, trying to get her restaurant off the ground while his new venture is flying high right out the gate. It doesn't help that everyone refuses to stop calling her Kiki, the childhood nickname she loathes. The only bright spot is her longtime crush, BJ. He's been her big brother's best friend for most of her life, and he's always been that cool, chill guy who was easy to talk to and made her laugh. Now he's looking at her like she's all grown up, and there's nothing childish about the chemistry brewing between them. Even better, he takes her dreams seriously, and he's ready to help her make her supper club a reality. But then BJ extinguishes the sparks flying between them, insisting nothing romantic can ever happen because she's off limits. As her investors fall through, and her best chance at fulfilling her professional dreams points towards leaving home again for a fresh start, will BJ be ready for love before Kendra moves on, or will he sweep her off her feet when she least expects it? So I expect a lot of food mentions here, which I do love a good food mention. I do like brother's best friend. It is one of my favorite tropes that I don't feel like I see enough of in romance books. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be my second Taj McCoy. I have not read her last couple of ones, but if I enjoy this, I'm going to go out and check out more of her backlist. Stuck in the Country with You. This one is by Zuri Day. I've been supposed to read this one since last December. And I did start it, to be fair. I started it. I got a few chapters in. I think like chapter 7 maybe. I can't remember. And then I got distracted, okay? Like I said, my mood reading was hitting heavily. But this wasn't like anything bad. I was actually enjoying it. I think it's super sweet. So it is one that I want to go back in and finish. 10 years ago, Genesis Washington made a very poor decision. At the time, it seemed great, fantastic, explosive. But the truth is, your one-night rebound should never be your younger brother's rival. And he definitely shouldn't be someone who allegedly only slept with you to gain the upper hand, even if the sex was amazing. Now Genesis is blindsided when the farm she's inherited just happens to be right next door to Jackson King, the regrettable one-night stand she's still painfully attracted to. This man has aged like the finest of wines, and what's worse, he's now a thoughtful and responsible father. Good thing Genesis has a long-distance boyfriend. Well, sort of. It's complicated. Jackson and his hotness should be easy enough to ignore, but when city girl Genesis discovers there's a serious learning curve to her humble new home, it's Jackson who's there to lend a very skilled helping hand. With every problem that arises, Jackson is seemingly making all the right moves, both on the farm and when things heat up behind closed doors. But surely that doesn't mean he's right for Genesis, does it? But like I said, I actually was enjoying it at the time when I was reading it, but then I just got distracted with other books. I had been like going between the physical edition and the library copy, and the library copy went back, but it's on Hoopla, so I am able to finish it. Hopefully I can finish it by the end of November, actually. The Conjuring of America by Lindsay Stewart, Mojos, Mermaids, Medicine, and 400 Years of Black Women's Magic. So I've heard some interesting things about this. I have been seeing more books about like hoodoo and black spirituality that has really piqued my interest, and I've been trying to educate myself a little bit. So this is definitely an educational tool, nonfiction. I'm curious to see what she explores here and what it teaches me, and I feel like this is going to be a slow read. Like I can start it this month and then finish it by the end of next month. I think that'll be better for me if I take it chapter by chapter versus trying to read it all like in one go. And the Star by Gabriela Romero LaCruz. This is the sequel to The Sun and the Void, and it's a duology, so this is the last book in the series. It is quite a thick one, which is why I have not started it yet. But like, I enjoyed The Sun and the Void for the most part. It started off very slow to me, but then really started piquing my interest closer towards the end. So I'm excited to finish it out and see where she goes, because there's one particular character. I'm just like, how is she going to do his redemption arc after the way he was acting? Blood and Breath by Queer Tulin. So I probably just butchered her name again. I need to double check how she said to pronounce it. But I have been talking about this one for a couple of months now, so I'm not going to read you guys the synopsis, because if you've been following me, you've already seen it. However, nobody's talking about this one, like, at all. And they sent it to me a couple of weeks before the release day, so I didn't have the chance to sit down and actually read the arc or like kind of factor it in to my TBR for the month of release. So I really do want to sit down during the month of November and get it read, but I put this one on my fall TBR. I have been looking for fantasy, specifically YA fantasy. There hasn't been a lot of black offerings this year, and then the ones that I have been reading haven't really been giving, so I need something good. This is set in the 1920s, which really piqued my interest. And the author also lives in Philadelphia, so I gotta support a fellow Pennsylvania author. Okay, so Soul of the Stone by Sharina Harris is one that I also have been needing to read since like last year. And I started it, I was getting really into it, and then I put it aside. I can't do the audiobook for this one because the narrator is awful. I tried listening to the narrator, and she was the same narrator from another audiobook that I cannot deal with her voice. So I do have to sit down and dedicate the time to read it with my eyeballs. And it was interesting. It was just like starting off a little bit slower compared to book one. And then he started a new job. Like, life was going on. There was a lot going on this year, so I kind of put it to the side. But I really do want to finish this because I'm not trying to take it into 2026. I want to get this one read, and I really do just need to be back in my urban fantasy bag. Twisted Pine, this was on my fall TBR. This is one that I've been needing to read since last year. I want to read this one and then pass it along to my niece, since now she's getting more into middle grade. And I've been trying to find different books for her. That's been fun, actually, because she's trying to see like what she likes, if she likes spooky stuff, if she likes cutesy stuff. This is like set at a camp, and so that is the part where I was just like, because I really did want more camp set horror, especially for a younger audience. So I've already read by this author before. I actually just got sent another book by her recently, her book that's coming out next year, so I just need to get this one read already. Vanish Requiem by A.J. Locke. Again, I wanted to be back in my urban fantasy bag. I've read books 1 and 2. I had a good time with this. I think if you are looking for a fun black fantasy series that's very modern and has a good amount of romance in it, I definitely recommend checking this one out. I think that she builds a very unique world here with this witch who has these powers to vanish people to another dimension. And I'm curious to see where things end up. A Ruin, Great and Free by Cadwell Turnbull. So I had asked the publisher for a copy, so shout out to Blackstone for only getting it to me, because we had a little bit of trouble with the mail and it didn't come, and then I was waiting and a lot of back and forth, but I was able to secure a copy. Angela has been raving about this series. She even did an interview with the author, which I watched a little bit of, but I'm like waiting because I want to finish this. And overall, I think this has been a really unique story. I think if you are looking for more literary fantasy, you should check this one out. The first book I feel like was very literary, and then in the second book we got more into the world and magic and like little different facets of it. So I'm curious to see how everything gets wrapped up. Next I have An Arcane Inheritance by Camilla Cole. So this is a dark academia fantasy, and dark academia has mostly been missed for me. It's something in theory I want to love, but so far the execution in the ones that I've read, like whether it's fantasy, whether it's thriller, have just been kind of so-so. And I really do want to see what she delivers here, because people have been mentioning this one a lot and talking about giving black authors a chance within the space. So I like to read things so I can fully judge. And publisher sent me a copy of this. I'm like, oh, all right, here's my opportunity. So shout out to Source Books for sending me this. This will be my first Camilla Cole book. This will determine if I read her next. Okay, so those are my 10 till the end. Let me know if any of them are on your TBR. You can leave me a pumpkin emoji if you have nothing to say in the comment section below. Since it is fall, we are feeling nice and cozy, and I have my pumpkins on my sweater. If you like this video, make sure and hit that like button. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!